Argentina are in shambles, aren't they? They got destroyed 3-0 by Croatia on Thursday, an abysmal performance by Argentina. However, Croatia could be considered as a dark horse in this tournament. Sampaoli is the one who should more or less take the responsibility for this defeat. He played a 3-4-3. Look at the starting lineup. Preposterous. Does he really expect them to win the World Cup with this starting lineup? Well, good luck with that. Croatia started defending in a 5-1-3-1, as you can see here, which adapted into a 5-4-1 sometimes. Argentina started pressing in the opposition half with Messi and Aguero on Croatia's centre-backs and Enzo Perez and Salvio on the defensive midfielders. On the other side of the pitch, Croatia also started pressing Argentina almost in a similar way. Argentina play out from the back, starting with the goalkeeper to the centre-backs to full-backs, and therefore are extremely vulnerable when they are pressed high up the pitch, and all the teams must be knowing that by now. Playing 3 at the back was the biggest blunder that Sampaoli made, provided who he played as wing-backs, Salvio and Acuna. And here they are in trouble 4 minutes into the game. Ivan Perisic is set free at the left wing, and Argentina are in trouble already. Perisic almost scored here if it wasn't for a surprisingly good save from Caballero. 6th minute into the game, and Perisic is set free again, but this time he's offside. Later, on the right side, Vrsaljko makes a decent run in behind the defense and is found by Rakitic. Croatia almost scored again, but the pass wasn't good from Vrsaljko. Look at Mercado fuming over Salvio to drop back a little bit, because he couldn't find him when under pressure from Rakitic, as he pushed himself far too much forward. The biggest genius masterclass of the game was to cut Messi off completely from the game by blocking passing lanes towards him, and the major responsibility for this job was given to Ivan Rakitic, who fulfilled his duties impeccably well, which is mostly why he was my man of the match. Croatia organized their midfield zonally, and the responsible midfielders of each zone had to block passing lane towards Messi. Rakitic, Brozovic and Modric did this job beautifully, and this is exactly why there needs to be a player like Dybala who could share some of Messi's responsibilities when he is being marked or blocked. Let me show you a few instances. Due to some intense blocking from Rakitic, Messi moved wide towards the right touchline to create some space for himself so he could create something for the team. And right away Messi finds Salvio running in behind the defense, and his cutback finds Maximiliano Meza in the middle of the 18-yard box, but his shot was blocked by Lovren. Argentina got a short corner here. Messi gives the ball back to Perez and makes a run. If this was Iniesta, Jordi Alba, Busquets or even Coutinho, they would have noticed Messi's run, dinked the ball over the defenders, and Messi would have been free to either score or assist. But hey, this is Argentina. Perez wouldn't even care. Otamendi is so overrated. How did he end up still at Guardiola's Manchester City and even win the Premier League last season? He's not an Umtiti or Piqué, who are ball-playing centre-backs. Here he gives the ball away despite no pressure from Mandzukic. Federico Fazio is a better ball-playing centre-back than Otamendi is. Again, Otamendi is in trouble. He could easily open up his body and find Mercado to his right, but poor reception and gives the ball back to Caballero. He realizes his mistake and shows Caballero where to pass and shows for the pass. Even Tagliafico shows Caballero where to pass. But Willy is so silly, he chooses the wrong option and passes to Tagliafico. This almost led to a goal as Mandzukic was lurking, but Argentina somehow escaped from this. Meza took a corner, couldn't even put it in the 18-yard box. Directly out for a goal kick. This is the same guy who was chosen over Higuain. It seemed like Caballero had learned from his mistake and started playing long balls. Croatia on the other side made a defensive error and Enzo Perez missed an open goal. This was the guy who was preferred by Sampaoli over Dybala. Argentina reduced the intensity of the press during the latter stages of the first half, as you can see here. Vrsaljko's cross found Mandzukic unmarked near the far post, but his header was poor. He should have scored from there, or at least hit the target. Towards the end of the first half, Modric threaded this beautiful through pass towards Rebic on the left, but Rebic's first touch wasn't good enough and eventually spooned his shot skywards. Croatia maintained the pressure on Argentinian backline and goalie into the second half, and so did Argentina. In the 53rd minute arrived the turning point of the game. Caballero forgot the lessons he learned in the first half and continued his mistakes in the second half and gifted a lolly volley to Rebic, who accepted the gift wholeheartedly and scored. 1-0 Croatia. But the defensive mistake started even before that. Look at Otamendi, who should have won the header here, but instead he lets the ball run down and that leads to the goal. Well, Argentina might complain that Rebic deserved a red card, which he actually did. Maybe if Rebic was sent off, the outcome of the game would have been completely different. But that doesn't take away any of their responsibilities. Soon after the goal, Sampaoli made another blunder. He brought on Higuain for Aguero. I mean, seriously? Your team needs a goal and you take off the best striker? Imbecile. He could have taken away Meza or Salvi or Perez, but Aguero? Look at poor Aguero's face. Higuain didn't disappoint though. As soon as he came on, Argentina started putting in intensity into their attack. This cutback from Higuain found Meza, whose shot was saved. Messi on the rebound couldn't put it in either. Meza could have scored had he gone for the far post, and Messi would have scored had Higuain found him first instead of Meza. Dybala was brought on as well. In the 80th minute, Meza is dispossessed and Croatia start a counter-attack. Instead of tracking back, Meza chooses to stand there and enjoy the show, while Modric pounces on the opportunity and starts running back for the attack. Look at Modric in acres of space here, cause Meza didn't track back. He eventually gets the ball and scores a worldly 2-0 Croatia. Higuain did try one in between the Croatian defensive wall, but his shot was tame. Croatia got a free kick and this beautiful strike from Rakitic hit the crossbar, unfortunately. Desperate attempts from Argentina to put men forward. Tagliafico couldn't win the header and Croatia are through for another counter. I won't blame the centre-backs too much here, but what is Mascherano doing there? Ask for the offside flag after defending your goal. Such a pathetic scene. If Sampaoli continues making the same decisions, Argentina won't even get out of the group stage and will be out of the competition. He should play Franco Armani, the River Plate goalkeeper, instead of Caballero, who is a muppet. He should play a 4 at the back stable system. He must play Mercado as right back and could even play Rojo as left back. And Fazio should play as the centre back. Sneak in all or most of Dybala, Aguero, Messi, Higuain, ever Banega and Lo Celso. Or else perhaps they won't even win against Nigeria cause none of his previous systems have worked. Messi also needs to take up responsibility and keep moving and finding pockets of spaces where he could receive passes when he is being blocked or marked. What are your opinions about Argentina and Sampaoli? Will they progress from the group stages? How far will they go? Tell me in the comments below. Thank you for watching.